I want to jump into a little bit of conspiracy conversation real quick because everything that we've talked about regarding Bitcoin has made at least some people believe that Bitcoin could have been started by something like the CIA. I mean, that's a conspiracy that's out there, and I'm curious to get your thoughts on that because you're absolutely right. It is trackable. It's not private. It's not fungible. So it seems like almost like a perfect recipe for governments to want to put out there, so that way they can track people's transactions and have them do it willingly, as opposed to just like pushing a CBDC down their throat. How do you feel about that conspiracy?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the case, but it shouldn't matter, right? Because it's open source tech at the end of the day. Maybe it was some guy working for at the NSA, and at night he developed this. But maybe he didn't develop it for purposes of trying to help out the NSA. Maybe he was, a good hacker that worked for NSA by the day, but he wanted to save the world by night. But let's even assume that he had malintentions, and let's assume it was even backed by the NSA or the CIA, and they had this long-term plan of corralling everybody into thinking they're gaining freedom from fiat when they're actually just all opting in to a perfect panopticon that could be surveilled but very easily by the government. Let's assume that's the case. Well, that's okay too, because it's open source, and from that, we can develop other cryptos and other techs like Monero, right?
Yep.
Right. So at the end of the day, I guess my opinion is it could be possible, but it doesn't really matter because it's all open source, and we got to just now compete and fix that problem. And if that was their intention, kind of scary. And whether there's evildoers behind it or not, it's the government is drooling at the fact that it can be used for these purposes.
You just watched a clip from episode 68 of The Next Block. If you enjoyed that clip, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend, and let us know down in the comments below what your favorite part was and what you think of Monero and privacy cryptocurrencies. If you enjoyed the clip and want to catch the entire interview, check out the video description down below for a link to the entire episode. To support the podcast even further, check out the video description down below for a link to our Algorand donation wallet. This wallet accepts most Algorand standard assets and is a great way to support the podcast. The next handful of weeks on our live show have a bunch of great guests, including Tony Edward from Thinking Crypto, Stacey Warden, the CEO of the Algorand Foundation, Anthony Scaramucci of Skybridge Capital, and so many more guests. So be sure to subscribe, ping that notification bell, and we will catch you in the next episode. Thanks.